Now let's talk about some ingredients of a leader. We did a little mini exercise to kind of get our minds working and thinking. But as leaders, there are certain ingredients and certain qualities that you must have. Character, who you are, is very important as a leader. That character involves integrity, trustworthiness, authenticity, humility, compassion. All of these things are key aspects in having the character, who you are when things are good, who you are when things are bad, who you are when things are mediocre. Because people think that everything is always just high and low, and most of life is just in the middle, where you're just going day by day. So who are you in that middle point? Competency, what you know. As leaders, you got to be able to know the field and the area that you are in, or else you're put in the situation of blind leading the blind into a ditch. It's good to have passion and have a desire, but you have to know what you're doing. And so wisdom, knowledge, expertise, growth mindset, problem-solving skills, adaptability, all these are important aspects of being a competent leader. How you act, courage. As we're going to be talking about resilient leadership, it's important to understand courage, right? Because people think that as a leader, you have to be fearless all the time. And truth of the matter is that you don't have to be fearless, you just have to be courageous. Because how courage works is that the fear is there, but you press through the fear towards the goal that you're trying to accomplish. And so you don't have to always feel fearless. You don't have to always feel confident. Let's lay that out, because people think that as leaders, you have to always be confident. As a leader, you have to have courage until you build confidence. Because confidence only comes when you practice and do things in a repetitious manner, where you start to understand and know things in a repeated manner. And so now you're confident. We all have jobs. When you first started in your job and you did onboarding, you kind of wasn't sure how I'm gonna just show up to work because that's what they made me to do. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But then when you're doing your job for a couple of years, then you start to feel more confident because you're growing in it and you're getting experience. And so courage is a very important aspect. Courage builds boldness, it builds resilience, it builds conviction, it builds compassion, and it builds focus. And then the last thing is creativity, how you think. You have to have vision, you have to have imagination. Leaders must have imaginations. Why? Because there are problems that you need to solve. There are things that you're going to face and address that may not necessarily have been seen before. You, certainly as a leader, having to navigate the unknown, will face things that you've never seen before. So how do I get across this barrier? How do I get over this wall? Right? And so that involves having imagination and creativity and thinking of different strategies on how to overcome. And so these four, there's a whole lot more, but for the sake of time, I've only listed four: character, competency, courage, and creativity. All of these things are very vital ingredients that a leader must possess to be effective.